Good morning, everyone, and thank you for choosing Market Briefing analysis of today's financial news. Every day, our goal is to provide you with a thorough and knowledgeable analysis of the most relevant financial news to help you navigate the complex economic landscape. Let's begin our daily review. Market analysis, October 2, 2023. Stocks were mixed to start the week, with European indexes retreating while U.S. futures traded little changed. However, stocks got a small boost earlier from relief that U.S. lawmakers reached a deal over the weekend to avoid a government shutdown. With that risk averted, market focus is quickly shifting back to rising interest rates and inflation worries. The 10-year U.S. Treasury yield rose 5 basis points to 4.62% on Monday, its highest level since 2007, as the global bond sell-off resumed. Falling bond prices and accompanying yield rises reflect market expectations that central banks worldwide will continue aggressively hiking interest rates to combat stubbornly high inflation. All eyes are on Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, who is scheduled to speak later today at a roundtable event. His remarks will be closely followed for any signals on further Fed rate hikes, after New York Fed President John Williams said on Friday that interest rates need to remain high for some time to tame inflation. Market speculation is building that the Fed could slow its pace of hikes at its November meeting, but still raise its benchmark rate by 0.75 percentage points. Comments from Powell, Williams, and other Fed officials have investors on edge about the peak for rates in this hiking cycle. In Europe, major stock indexes were down on Monday, weighed by losses in pharmaceutical and healthcare stocks. But Finland's stock exchange saw its largest new listing in 5 years, as asset manager Mandatum began trading in Helsinki following its partial IPO. Oil prices edged higher on Monday, hovering near $92 per barrel, as hopes for strong global demand offset recession concerns. Investors are making widespread bets that consumption will continue outpacing constrained global supplies. The US dollar strengthened slightly against other major currencies on Monday, coming off its best quarterly performance in a year. The dollar hit a fresh 2022 peak of 149.82 yen briefly, after the Bank of Japan conducted an additional bond buying operation. US stocks futures were little changed early Monday, after Wall Street benchmarks fell sharply last week on worries over aggressive Fed policy. The S&P 500 logged its worst month since March 2020 after falling 9.3% in September. In deal news, billionaire Elon Musk offered to proceed with his original $44 billion bid to take Twitter private. This could put the contentious takeover saga on track to end with the world's richest person owning the influential social media platform. Twitter shares jumped 22% in pre-market trading on the news. In Asia, China's stock markets rose over 2% as investors welcomed moves by authorities to shore up the real estate sector. Chinese developers soared on reports that some real estate firms would get financing support from state-owned banks and insurers. Before proceeding with our analysis, we would like to remind you that your support is very important to us. If you enjoy this video and find our content helpful and engaging, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. This helps us grow and provide you with even more quality content. Now, let's get back to the news on the financial markets and the latest updates. The crypto market saw a boost on Monday, with Bitcoin breaking above $28,000 for the first time in over a month. Analysts pointed to optimism around a Bitcoin ETF approval and seasonal trends as drivers of Bitcoin's 4.3% price jump. Ether also climbed to over $1,733, up 2.7% in the last 24 hours. Other major cryptocurrencies like BNB, Cardano, Polygon, and Solana saw gains between 3 to 15%. Solana led the pack with a 14.5% surge, as traders renewed optimism for the network. The overall CoinDesk Market Index was up 2.9% on the day to 1,162. This crypto market rally comes right before the highly anticipated criminal trial of FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried, which kicks off tomorrow. Bankman-Fried was arrested in November 2022 on fraud charges related to the stunning collapse of his crypto exchange, FTX. His trial in New York is slated to last around 6 weeks, with thousands of pages of evidence to be presented. Prosecutors will attempt to prove Bankman-Fried knowingly defrauded FTX customers and partners. The testimony of former FTX executives and affiliates could provide the most damaging evidence against him. A conviction carries the risk of a long prison sentence. In other crypto news, Deus Ex Capital launched today with $1 billion in capital to invest across digital assets, blockchain, and fintech. The firm is led by CEO Tim Grant, former head of Galaxy Digital, and Stuart Connolly as Chief Investment Officer. Deus Ex starts with existing investments and fresh capital to deploy into crypto funds, companies, and protocols. This illustrates ongoing institutional interest in the space despite the FTX fallout. Meanwhile, the 15,000 Ether linked to last November's $600 million FTX hack have now been moved. The funds flowed through privacy tools like 4chain and Railgun before landing in new wallets. This weekend, around $4 million of the original hack ETH was transferred out of the associated wallet. The remaining amount, totaling over $26 million, has now similarly been emptied and routed through decentralized protocols. Looking at the mainstream markets, the S&P 500 fell 0.3% on Monday as investors weighed ongoing rate hike expectations. In Asia, China's stock markets jumped over 2% as real estate firms surged on reports of government support. In commodities, oil held near $92 per barrel on steady demand, while gold prices ticked up 0.2% to $1,851. The US dollar edged higher, notching its strongest quarter since June 2021. Key events this week. China has week-long holiday. Bank of England policymaker Catherine Mann speaks on monetary policy, Monday. Fed Chair Jerome Powell and Philadelphia Fed President Patrick Harker participate in a roundtable discussion, Monday. New York Fed President John Williams moderates discussion on climate risk, Monday. Cleveland Fed President Loretta Mester speaks on economic outlook, Monday. US ISM Manufacturing Index, Monday. Australia rate decision, Tuesday. Atlanta Fed President Raphael Bostic speaks on economic outlook and inflation, Tuesday. August US JOLTS report, Tuesday. Eurozone services and composite PMIs, Wednesday. ECB President Christine Lagarde gives welcome address at conference, Wednesday. US ISM Services Index, Wednesday. France Industrial Production, Thursday. BOE Deputy Governor Ben Broadbent, Riksbank First Deputy Governor Anna Bremen participate at panel discussion, Thursday. San Francisco Fed President Mary Daly speaks at the Economic Club of New York, Thursday. Germany factory orders, Friday. September U.S. non-farm payrolls, Friday. In conclusion, we'd like to thank you for watching Market Briefing analysis of today's financial news. If you enjoyed our insights and found the information helpful, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to our channel to stay updated with future analyses. Thank you again for your support, and we'll see you soon with more interesting news. Remember, the information in this video is purely informational and does not constitute investment advice. Always consult with a professional before making financial decisions.